Am I too old for medical school? Is 30 too old for medical school? How old is too old? This is the topic of today's video because a lot of you have been asking these questions, so don't worry, I'm going to address all of them. Before we get started, hi, I'm Nadine Evans with BeMo Academic Consulting. Make sure you subscribe on whatever social media channel you're watching this from now so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. If you'd like us to help you get into medical school, make sure you click on the link either above or below this video to schedule your free initial consultation. Maybe you had a look at statistics at different medical schools and you've seen that the mean age of accepted applicants is between 23 to 25. If you're older than this, you may be left wondering whether or not you're too old for medical school, if you have a chance of getting in, or if there's even a point to applying. Well, of course there is, and no, you're not too old for medical school. Medical schools have strict policies to combat discrimination against many different aspects like applicant race, sexual orientation, culture, and age is also one of those factors. The reality is that medical schools are not interested in how old you are. They're actually interested in whether or not you're passionate about becoming a doctor and whether or not you'll be suitable for the profession. So whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, or 60, it doesn't matter. Age is not part of the selection criteria for medical schools. Many medical school classes are actually composed of younger and older individuals. For example, Washington State University's medical school, their accepted applicants are between 20 to 39. Similarly, the University of Arizona's entering class is between 20 to 46. Even at Emory School of Medicine, 76% of the entering medical class is comprised of non-traditional students. And many non-traditional students are those that have taken years off in between undergraduate and medical school, and those that pursued completely different career paths for years before deciding on medicine. Either way, a lot of these applicants are not traditional applicants and they're generally a little bit older. So it really doesn't matter how old you are. If being a doctor is your calling in life, it's definitely something worth pursuing. It's true that some students in your class may be younger than you, and it's also true that depending on your age, you may be the oldest student in the class. But that shouldn't matter one bit. The truth is, medical schools are interested in creating a diverse class made up of individuals from all different ethnicities, cultures, and having different backgrounds and experiences. The more diverse a medical school class is, the richer the class becomes. Being an older medical school student, therefore, has its advantages. You've lived longer, and because of that, you've likely had many more experiences and learned many important lessons along the way. This is a great opportunity for you to bring this diversity to a medical school class because you've likely gained insight and developed a variety of non-cognitive skills such as compassion, empathy, communication, and team building. Through these experiences, you can help your fellow peers to think differently, to grow, and develop as people and future doctors. With all this said, there are some things you need to consider if you'll be applying as a non-traditional applicant or as an older applicant. Firstly, you need to be 100% sure that you want to go back to school and pursue medicine. If this is something that you're just thinking about here and there, it's not a solid enough decision to act on. You have to be sure because medicine is no walk in the park. You're looking at 4 years in medical school and another 3 to 8 years in residency, depending on the specialty that you choose. This is a huge time commitment, and it requires serious dedication, stress and time management skills, and the ability to perform extremely well in your studies. Where are you in your life stage? You're likely balancing work, maybe you're juggling a few kids at the same time. Will you be able to quit your job or sacrifice the time you dedicate to your kids to study? This isn't just for a year, but it's up to 12 years. And what about finances? Many of us have financial responsibilities and obligations, including childcare, a mortgage, and car payments. Will you still be able to make these payments if you quit your job and actually add on thousands upon thousands of dollars of debt? Medical school tuition and fees range from $25,000 to $65,000 a year. Are you ready to take on that financial expense? This isn't meant to scare you from pursuing your dream, but it's essential that you've thought long and hard about what it would mean to go back to school, and to go to medical school at that. Are you emotionally and financially stable to do so? If you've been thinking about this for a long time and feel that becoming a physician is your true calling, regardless of your age, then the next thing you have to do is consider what your background is and which prerequisites you've completed. Some mature applicants actually have a strong background in medicine. Perhaps it was something that they thought about while they were in their undergraduate, so some of them actually took required courses. Some have spent years working alongside doctors in positions like nurses or physician assistants. But there are other applicants that may have pursued something completely different while they were in university and have been working in a field unrelated to medicine ever since. So it's important to make sure that you've completed the required courses, and that's your first step in applying to medical school. It's also worth thinking about redoing courses, even if you have taken the required courses, because you want to make sure that your science and overall GPA are competitive. I've included a link in the description for you so you can check to see how your GPA and MCAT score compares, if you've taken an MCAT in the past, to the schools that you're hoping to apply to. This leads me to the next consideration, which is the MCAT. If you've taken it recently, within the last 3 to 5 years, then you may be okay, but the latest date an MCAT is accepted varies between schools, so make sure that you check the program requirements. If you took the MCAT years ago, there's a good chance that the old MCAT won't be accepted. It's true that there are still some schools that are accepting the old version of the test, but a lot of schools are looking to the new version of the MCAT, which was available in 2015 onwards. Depending on what your situation is, you may have to retake the MCAT. Even if you have taken it recently but you didn't score overly well on it, it's really a good idea to think about taking it again. To round off your application, you need to be sure that you have excellent experiences that can demonstrate your passion for medicine, especially since you didn't have that passion from the start, or if you did, you didn't act on it, which is why you're likely applying later on in life. Be sure that you gain shadowing, volunteer, and research experiences to prove that you've taken this change seriously and that you've really considered the possibilities and are sure that you want to pursue medicine. You need to be able to demonstrate a variety of soft skills to the admissions committee, and these experiences are a great way to do it. Last but not least, you need your medical school application to be phenomenal. Your personal statement, secondary essays, AMCAS applications, all of those need to stand out. Remember, most medical schools are not just looking for applicants with good grades and test scores. While that is important, they are also looking for well-rounded applicants with a variety of skills and experiences outside of academics. So there you have it. Hopefully you have the confidence to apply to medical school regardless of your age, if it's something that you truly want to do. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you found it helpful, so please subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you have any questions that we can help you with. If you'd like us to help you get into medical school, click on the link either above or below this video to schedule your free initial consultation. Thanks, and bye for now.